When people with some influence in the tabletop role-playing game hobby decide to say something really, really dumb, on occasion, I feel the need to respond. If you, as a game master in the tabletop role-playing game hobby, tell me that the game will be better if there is a focus more on the world than the characters, well then you're naive, you're inexperienced, and it seems like you don't really have the talent to be a game master. I can run a great game where we mostly focus on what's happening in the setting, in the world. Or I can turn around and run an equally great game, great fun game, where it's more focused on the characters in the world. Neither one is going to be better. What it comes down to is the quality of the game master, their experience, and the effort they put in. I can take any, approach or view and make it something fun and amazing for the players. Someone who lacks overall talent might find that this way works better for them, but that should tell them something. As a game master, you should be able to touch on everything. You should be able to pretty much do everything, right? It's an expectation of game masters. The players expect that you have your shit together and know what you're doing. So when you're coming out and saying, well, this runs better than this. Well, first off, you're saying something that's not true, but what you're really confessing to all of us, well, let alone you're confessing your ignorance, you're confessing that you don't really have the experience or the talent to be a game master. Oh no, I'm doing that thing where I put a standard up for game masters. But why do we do that as game masters? Why is there a standard that we need to reach? Well, we have an expectation. We have a lot of authority given to us by the players, and we have to earn it, right? And we're expected to be able to, do all things. And there's an expectation that we make an effort to be able to do anything, any story, where it's either focused on the characters or focused on the world, doesn't matter. You should be able to make both approaches fun, equally fun, easy. Every good, experienced game master out there is nodding along with my words because they agree. And you might ask, how do I know that they agree? I'm not out there asking them. I'm not meeting up with other game masters right now on this topic. The reason I know that they will agree is because what I'm saying is 100% true. And anyone with any real experience in the hobby who's good at game mastering knows what I'm saying is 100% on point. Only those who are not experienced and not good at game mastering would disagree. If the people that made these type of comments were a bit more humble and realistic when they made a claim or statement like this, they might say, I haven't been game mastering for too long, but I find this works better than this for me. I would respect that statement. But when you're inexperienced and you barely know what the fuck you're talking about, and you come out and make a statement of fact, well, that you're claiming is fact, or the way you state it is in a factual way, like this is 100% correct, this way is better than this way. The focus on the world gives you a better game than the focus on the characters, right? If you make a statement like that as if it is fact, which is what I'm countering here and which is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody who said that as if it were a fact. Well, again, you're confessing to all of us that you barely know what you're talking about. Well, I'll tell you the person who made the statement that I'm disagreeing with here. And unlike other YouTubers, I know my audience doesn't go chase down people even if I give out names. I don't have to worry about my audience being like that, even though some people want to claim that every person that comes along disagreeing with them must be a follower of Condor. Right, James? Even when they're not, even when they have no connection to me at all, and they don't even know who I am or watch my content, I seem to get accused of, if somebody's getting trolled in the old school, by some commenter, like during some live stream, it must be somebody who follows Condor. Well, the people that follow me don't do that shit. Sorry, that's a fact. So let me tell you who it is that made this very naive statement. Harmony Ginger. She has no major sway, like no major appeal in that way, but at least in the overall hobby. But she does have sway with people in the old school, or people around the bro OSR. And when I read this, I mean, it was so naive. It was so untrue that I felt that, I wanted to come out and say something to this. I'm responding to it. Now, there's lots of people out there that make these kinds of statements. They don't have the same kind of sway. And there's all kinds of statements that Harmony makes that is just naive and dumb that I leave alone. I don't go after everything she says. But when it comes to something like this about the game, where I know it's just, it's extremely untrue. There's just no truth to her statement at all. I feel the need to counter that. And it's not even about Harmony. Anyone with her kind of sway who made that statement, I would be responding to them. So this is not personal on Harmony, but she is the one who said it, and she is the one I'm disagreeing with in this video. Anyway, for now, take care.